for your morale, get yourself a girl. Get yourself a girl, it's always best. When you're depressed, get yourself a girl. If you long to be consoled in your cold little berth, we suggest they make the best foot warmers on earth. So give yourself a slice of paradise and let yourself get yourself a girl. If you're feeling sorry, you ever met yourself? If throughout the daytime you sit and fret yourself? If in your apartment at night you shed yourself and so upset yourself, you have to pet yourself. Get yourself a girl, a baby doll for your morale. Get yourself a girl.
Make it a big one.
Time to present to you our special delegations from all the foreign nations. So write the folks you're having international relations. Our Mademoiselle from Gay Paris, who loves to parlez-vous. For what ails you, she has the cure, with ways to raise your temperature. If loneliness you can't endure, l'amour toujours for night for sure.
Hello, hello, I'm Little Nell from Israel, where ladies love to fight. So grab your gun and let me be your target for tonight.
And here's a little lady with a game that's sure to please a Spanish senorita, sweet and shy. And even though she doesn't know about the birds and bees, if you'll be her Yankee spider, she will be your Spanish fly.
And now a dusky native who we'd like to bring to you. Her job was raising parakeets in some exotic spot, a tiny isle just off the coast of Thailand. And when she wandered through the streets, they'd say that girl has got the biggest parakeets in all the island.
Get yourself a girl, a baby doll for your morale. Get yourself a girl.
I had a girl, but she left.
Get yourself a girl, it's always best. When you're depressed, get yourself a girl.
Mr. Right.
If you can't afford to pay, simply pay when you can. You will find the killer kind of layaway plan. So give yourself a slice of paradise. Don't fret yourself. Don't upset yourself. Don't get yourself. No, get yourself a.
If you want to buy their wares, follow them and climb the stairs and get yourself a girl.
I'm keeping steady, no nonsense at all, so I'll be ready when love comes to call. No wine's too heady, no highballs too tall, 'cause I'm preparing the time when love comes to call. But when that certain he, that super sweetheart to be, says hello to me, hallelujah, will I give a ball. A gypsy told me I'm fated to fall, and how I'll make hay that beautiful day when my love you come to call. But when that certain he, that super sweetheart to be, says hello to me, hallelujah, will I have a ball. A gypsy told me I'm fated to fall, and how I'll make hay that beautiful day when my love you come to call.
So she found a tutor to prepare me for a suitor. Making love is the art he teaches, and as he practices what he preaches, I'm very busy learning how to keep the home fires burning. He's an expert regarding marriage and teaches me a lot too. When to order a baby carriage, and better still, when not to. After all, I'm only a schoolgirl, what they call an innocent dove. After all, I'm only a fool girl, simply studying that funny thing called love. First we start off by reading over several novels of Casanova, A Midnight Guide to Paris, and The Life of Frank B. Harris. Then to prove he deserves his salary, he took me off to a picture gallery to see how Aphrodite kept so warm without a nightie. I suppose that we've seen between us most every exhibition, 'cause he wants me to study Venus in every known position. After all, I'm only a schoolgirl, what they call an innocent dove. After all, I'm only a fool girl, just a clinging vine on the holy shrine of love, love.
If ever married I am, and the wedding bells no longer gaily chime, will the honeymoon be humdrum, or will I quick to the heavens climb? If ever married I am, if ever married I am, will I vegetate in grandeur or in grime? Will my groom become a pauper, or will he buy out a Guggenheim? If ever married I am, if ever married I am, will my husband give me happiness sublime? Or will he bore me till I brain him and make the cover of Life and Time? If ever married I am.
If ever married I, and the wedding bells no longer gaily chime, will the honeymoon be humdrum, or will I quick to the heavens climb? If ever married I, if ever married I, will I vegetate in grandeur or in grime? Will my groom become a pauper, or will he buy out a Guggenheim? Catherine of Russia, that potentate, knew that her job was to fascinate. Some people called her a reprobate, but still she's known as Kate the Great. To sessions of Congress she wouldn't go, never heckled the crowd on the radio. She never would mix in affairs of state, but in affairs of the heart, oh, Kate was great. There's few lovely ladies today. She knew where a woman should stay. She never laid a 5-year plan, but was there ever such a girl at laying a plan for a man? So drink to that jovial jade and think of the history she made. Why, she made the Congress, she made the premier, she made the clergy, and she made him cheer. She made the butler, she made the groom, she made the maid who made the room. She made the army, she made the Marines, made some of them princes and some of them queens. And when she still was discontent, Kate would create a new regiment. So beautiful ladies, before too late, follow the lead of this potentate. Give up arranging affairs of state and stay in the hay like Kate the Great. Hey-dee-hey!
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 Stay in the hay like Kate the Great.
Kate, 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 Katie, Kate the Great.
She never met a horse she didn't like.
What does your servant dream about the whole day long?
What does your servant dream about the whole day long?
Wine, women, and song.
Wine, men, and song.
That's what your servant dreams about the whole day long. What does your servant dream about the whole night through?
What does your servant dream about the whole night through?
Dirt, garbage, and you.
Dirt, slop, and pew, pew. That's what your servant dreams about the whole night through. So no wonder that your servant has a cockeyed point of view. For she dreams all day of everything gay, but she dreams the whole night through of dirt, garbage, and you.
Dirt, garbage,
Dirt, slop, and pew, pew. That's what your servant dreams about the whole night through.
La 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 la.
That's what your servant dreams about. Dirt, garbage, and you, pew.
Every girl I know has her dashing, smashing beau. Every girl but me has her builder up a cup of tea. Every other quail has her trailing, wailing mail. So I tell a tragic tale, for I'm all alone by no telephone. Oh, it must be fun when your day is done to be with the one you love. Oh, it must be great to have
nightly date and linger much too late with the one you love. I like to laze a lot beneath the trees, so I know you know what about the birds and the bees. Therefore, I repeat, oh, it must be sweet to turn on the heat with the one you love, with the one you love.
Oh, it must be fun when your day is done to be with the one you love. Gee, it must be great to have a nightly date and linger much too late with the one you love. I like to laze a lot beneath the trees, so I know you know what about the birds
and the bees.
Therefore we repeat, oh, it must be sweet to turn on the heat with the one you love, with the one you love.
Some folks collect paintings, some folks collect stamps, some are amassers of antimacassars and others Victorian lamps. Some folks collect horses, others we know Reno divorces. But I, little me, well, I just can't wait till you see my pets. I collect pets. I collect everything from mice to marmosets. I've a whirling mouse called Jumbo and a cockatoo from Colombo who tells dirty jokes and smokes cigarettes. I've a dinner-jacketed penguin who gives me lessons in poise, and a very sexy old peacock who makes such an interesting noise. But the pride of my collection is my bevy of Harvard boys. I'm like a child, I'm simply wild about my pets. Pets. All about our pets. I collect pets. In and out our pets. I collect everything from mice to marmosets. She has nice marmosets and egrets. And a genuine chinchilla and a rather she gorilla who wears negligees and plays minuets. He will win you with a minuet. I've a Persian kitten from Newport. The cat's meow. Only cares for whipped cream. It's a wow. And a pair of riotous rabbits. Wham, bam. The way they behave is a scream. Thank you, ma'am. And as soon as I've more cages, I'll take over the Dartmouth team. And like a child, I'm simply wild about my pets. Pets, pets, pets. She collects pets, 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 pets. I'm a girl who pets. Even has a rhino. All of my pets. Rhino, she collects everything. You should see
a galleon.
I've an opera-conscious canary who sings so loud that I'm deaf, and an awfully fussy French poodle. Thank heavens I've got a French chef. And whenever Winston's ready, I'm adopting the RAF. I'm like a child about I couldn't do without. I'm like a child about I couldn't do without. Simply wild about my wild
You can't believe her when you see that eager beaver.
I was such a fragile, precocious little elf when we still had a family tree that my nanny taught me to call my little self Dainty Quainty Me. And although today I am 62 and I soon will be 63, I continue always to think about myself as Dainty Quainty Me. Oh, Dainty Quainty Me, and from care completely free. If you ask me why I can still feel gay, why, by merely ignoring the world of today, I never answer the telephone, 'cause a phone I refuse to own. So like the lark, I'm as happy as can be, little old Dainty Quainty Me. In the morning when I get up and have a bath, not a shower, I put on Grandpapa's dressing gown and have a breakfast consisting of 1 coddled egg, a very weak cup of jasmine tea, and after dusting the jade and writing a letter to the Times, I embark on a long walk through Gramercy Park. My favorite flowers are sweetheart roses, violets, petunias, forget-me-nots, jack-in-the-pulpits, and baby's breath. And tiger lilies frighten me to death. I always lunch every day at Schraff's on chicken broth, a green salad, and a biscuit, and sometimes pistachio ice cream when I dare risk it. In contrast to the works of Botticelli, I consider the paintings of Picasso, Van Gogh, Cézanne, Renoir, Matisse, Manet, and Monet so much baloney. When anyone discusses Martha Ray, Carmen Miranda, Lana Turner, Anita Louise, Joan Davis, Betty Hutton, Gregory Randolph, Red Skelton, Monty Woolley, Don Amici, Jack Oakey, and Sir Cedric Hardwicke of the cinema, I have to take an enema. I'm Dainty Quainty Me, and from care completely free. If you ask me why I can still feel gay, why, by merely ignoring the world of today. Whene'er I feel like misbehaving, I go out and buy a French engraving. So in my way, I'm as happy as can be, a little old Dainty Quainty Me.
At last in your arms, where I wanted so long to be. At last in your arms, promise never to set me free. For now I can make my sacrifice to paradise above. You are mine tonight, and my heart's as light as the white wings of a dove. For at last you hold me fast in the arms of love.
to sing to thee. For from a world of care and strife, thy hand will lead us to the simple life. No hats to choose, no frocks to tear,
no studs to lose, and no stiff shirts to wear,
no ladders running up and down our hose,
no drawers to open and no drawers to close,
no border puffs, no further frills,
no fights with laundries and no tailor's bills.
So nudity, sweet nudity, no wonder in return we sing to thee.
Take it on, take it on, take it on,
take it on, take it on. Oh, nudity, sweet nudity, in home forever we sing to thee. For from within the terrace, thy hand will lead us to the natural land. No hats to choose, no frocks to tear. You can't commune with nature in the rock. No ladders running up and down our road. You see a side of life you never saw. No border bucks, no further thrill. No sight, sweet nudity to set us free. So nudity, sweet nudity, no wonder in return we sing to thee.
Take it on, take it on, take it on, take it on, take it on.
Travelers I've seen say the prettiest poitrines are the ones you find in Pune. Others of these say the buxom Balinese have the greatest guna. Spaniards maintain that the kind you find in Spain are so fair that every man tumbles. While not long ago a boy in Eastbourne I know simply raved about those on the crumbles. Say belle poitrines sauvages may be very fair perchance, but why should one voyages when the best of them are made in France?
Si vous aimez les poitrines, come to gay Paris. Si le beauté vous anime comme un colonie, I will show you how to be a Parisian poitrine really on. If you promise me, you naughty boy, not to go too far. Si vous voulez de la tendresse et de la volupté, let me give you my address for a rainy day. And when that feeling comes a stealing, you know what I mean. si vous aimez les poitrines. I use a tourist American,
Far away from the USA.
I use a busy businessman,
Looking for some monkey business.
For some Yankee hanky-panky.
and this is where you will see
Yes, you will see.
the best undressed women in Paris.
Say our friends only.
Si vous voulez de la tendresse et de la volupté, let me give you my address for a rainy day. So when that feeling comes a-stealing, you know what I mean.
Oui, monsieur.
Come and play with me in gay Paris. Si vous aimez les poitrines, if you like les belles poitrines, je m'aime pas.
To think that this could happen to me. To think that this could happen to me. I pity the romantic rover in search of the one four-leaf clover. I laughed at love till lately I knew the marvel of electrical you. So now all my laughter at love is over. To think that this could happen to me. So now all my laughter at love is over. To think that this could happen to me.
A humble Hollywood executive at Bar X taught me for several weeks consecutive about sex. Though I was still a sapling and barely old enough, he used to cast for Chaplin, so he knew his stuff. As day by day we'd slowly walk about, he'd explain, well, matters people never talk about in Fort Wayne. And if the facts of life I know, all the credit should clearly go to a humble Hollywood executive at Bar X. A hectic Hollywood executive at Bar X taught me for several weeks consecutive about sex. We'd meet at Walmart Lookout, where no one's ever nigh. And when he'd take his book out, how the time would fly, while clarifying all the mystery of romance. He made me love the naughty history of old France. Yes, I dwelt in heaven above, while I studied a thing called love, 'neath a humble Hollywood executive at Bar X. Oh, brother, you
talk about endurance. That guy was dynamite. Worked at MGM in the daytime, at Fox at night. That humble Hollywood exec.
As far as love goes, each time I do, the moon above goes, the lady too. But I continue fighting against my fate. For oh dear, it certainly must be greater than great to fall in love, to go insane, and then to find it wasn't all in vain. What a joy that would be. But I know it's not meant for me to say one day perhaps we might be married soon, then to your huge delight have your sweetheart agree. But I know it's not meant for me. Never daunted, ever scheming. What a fool, why am I always dreaming of that home, sweet home I so desire, that easy chair before an open fire, and the missus upon my knee, when I know it's not meant for me.
To fall in love, to go insane, and then to find it wasn't all in vain. What a joy that would be. But I know it's not meant for me. To say one day, perhaps we might be married soon, then to your huge delight, have your sweetheart agree. But I know it's not meant for me. Never daunted, ever scheming. What a fool, why am I always dreaming of that home, sweet home I so desire, that easy chair before an open fire, and a youngster upon my knee. When I know it's not meant for me.
As a buyer for a firm that deals in ladies' fur coats, I get sort of pessimistic now and then. 'Cause so many women who invest in our fur coats spend so many evenings out with other men. I wish they'd simply take a few notes from the animals who make their coats.
For if the dear little ermines in Siberia on their dear little husbands didn't dote, if the dear little possum didn't let her husband boss him, tell me, where would you get your coat?
And if the dear little caracals in Syria all their time to their mates do not devote, if the dear little sables ever told their husbands fables, tell me, where would you get your coat?
Ba-doo-ba. If you modern wives led more domestic lives and started singing home, sweet home, da-da-dee-day, there'd be no more divorce in Reno and of course there'd be
dear little foxes had hysteria when their mates finally grabbed them by the throat. If the dear little rabbits weren't so bourgeois in their habits, tell me, where would you get your coat?
The sweet little lamb in Lithuania had a flirtation with a goat. And if home life didn't thrill a South American chinchilla, tell me, where would you get your coat?
If the sweet little skunk in Pennsylvania on her sweet little husband didn't gloat, if the sweet little beaver were a birth control believer, tell me, where would you get your coat?
Bow-dow-dee-oh-dow. If each wife I see would only try to be content to make her husband's bed, Charlie Knickerbocker might have nothing more to write, and town topics would cease to be read.
Hallelujah! For if the dear little mink should get a mania for some hell-raising gigolo of note, if the dear little squirrel quit her mate 'cause he was virile, tell me, where would you get your coat? Get your coat. We know a girl would go a fur piece, fur piece.
Go on a safari for something hairy.
Try to make it happen, trapping, laughing,
So you don't give love your wholehearted vote. Where would you get your where would you get your coat?
I was so happy the day I found you. Now I'm constantly blue. I could kick myself for being in love with you. I wove a wonderful dream around you, one that didn't come true. I could kick myself for being in love with you. I'm so overcome by loneliness when I gaze at your photograph. I'm almost in tears, I must confess, but I only can shed a laugh. Once on a throne in my heart I crowned you, then you broke it in two. I could kick myself for being in love, wildly in love with you.
I was so happy the day I found you. Now I'm constantly blue. I could kick myself for being in love with you. I wove a wonderful dream around you, one that didn't come true. I could kick myself for being in love with you. I'm so overcome by loneliness when I gaze at your photograph. I'm almost in tears, I must confess, but I only can shed a laugh. Once on a throne in my heart I crowned you, and then you broke it in two. I could kick myself for being in love, wildly in love with you.
Oh, gentle stranger, tell me who you are.
Why, I'm Bertie. a bad butterfly.
Gee, it's nice to know that you're an insect too. 'Cause a sad little honeybee am I. For I find this year the price of pollen is so dear that I don't know what on earth to do with my life.
Come, my sweet, don't mope. While there's life, there's always hope. Stick to me and I'll show you the highway. I'm Bertie, a bad little butterfly.
How do you do? I'm Gertie, a sad little bee.
My pleasure.
My skies aren't so sunny, 'cause I'm not in the money, and you can't get honey free.
Then come to my bachelor apartment, dear, and I'll open my old eau de vie.
Oh, thank you, sweet birdie, but now you're getting dirty.
Why, Gertie, you mad little bee.
They tell me in New York you're very social this year.
Yes, as Charlie Knickerbocker says, just hectic, my dear. For one mustn't miss the horse show, and one must attend the fights.
And one must be there to grin and bear it on those long opening nights.
Then, of course, there's the opera and those boring exhibitions.
And those parties where songwriters play their latest compositions.
What with all my invitations to those great marble halls, while life is just a series of balls, balls, balls.
Why, Bertie, you bad little butterfly.
Why, Gertie, you mad little bee.
There was once a staid little fisher maid, and she lived beside the shore. Her only wish was to catch enough fish to keep the wolves from the door. So on the sand with a pole in her hand, she would linger all the day long, and the fish would curse when she started to rehearse this song. Fish, fish, stop and take a look, whet your appetite. I've got something on my hook, won't you take a bite? Don't be so capricious, sample my line. All the other fishes say it's delicious. A fish, won't you grant my wish? Don't be so non-committal, little fish. Not a single fish would grant her wish, and her income equaled naught. So off went she to that city Paris, where even wise fish get caught. And I've no doubt if tonight you went out, you would see her strolling along. She's changed her game, but she sings the same old song. Fish, fish, stop and take a look, whet your appetite. I've got something on my hook, won't you take a bite? Don't be so capricious, sample my line. All the other fishes say it's delicious. Fish, fish, won't you grant my wish? Don't be so non-committal, little fish. Come on, I don't bite.
Pills, 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 pills. Pills, 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 pills. We have pills to sleep, pills to cure our ills, pills to keep us going, pills for thrills. Lovely pills that kills our wills. There are even pills to help us get off pills. But here's a gentleman who has something new. And may we say Lydia Pinkham will be livid. Here's the pill to fill the bill.
I've begged all of England's classes to invest in opera glasses, but in spite of my insistence, they refuse.
They just refuse.
It would be infinitely proper if they went to hear the opera instead of going to those barbarous reviews.
As a banana.
So convinced that the British nation cares for nothing but syncopation, I've sworn that their education somehow I will forego. I've determined that I shall teach them, and decided the way to reach them, as a dutiful son of Beecham, is in pill form.
That's hard to swallow.
And that is why, to cure the public of its ills,
They're all sick.
I am offering you my operatic pills. If you take one pill, you'll hear the barber of Seville. If you take 2 pills, you'll hear the wheeze.
La 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 la.
If you take one more, the song of the toreador will come thundering over the breeze.
Suspect Spanish.
If a 4th you try, you'll hear Madama Butterfly. Take a 5th and Lohengrin's wedding bells will ring. And if your fears you throttle and take a whole bottle, you'll hear the angels sing.
Yes, you will. So you'll hear the angels sing. The angels sing.
Oh, it's marvelous. They're coming in loud and clear.
Reopened the Ziegfeld Theater with a lavish new review entitled 7 Lively Arts. There were magnums of champagne on the house, and on the stage, Miss Beatrice Lilly.
Last year, on an evening balmy, I met up with a sweet Hindu Swami. And as by the sea we gaily stroll, he talked of the transmigration of the soul. I found, since the world's beginning, I've had many an outing and inning. I've been every sort of person, every sort of thing. But my greatest success was as a bird on the wing. When I was a little cuckoo, was I full of mischief? Oh boy. Flitting hither and thither, from mither to thither, I lived in a dither of joy. Each night meant a new flirtation, each dawn another fine goodbye. And if my wings became singed and my tail a bit fringed, just a little cuckoo was I, singing cuckoo, cuckoo, as I flew through the heavens of blue, singing cuckoo, cuckoo. And cuckoo, how are you, cuckoo?
I admit that France is big time. I admit that Spain is grand. And I had a swell week on a shaky but chic peak in Switzerland. I adored the Ritz in London and the catacombs in Rome. But I'm just an American hick, sick for home.
For my home sweet home.
Give me the land of malted milk and honey. Give me the land where life is still a joke. Give me the land where everyone makes money. Give me the land where everyone is broke. Give Give me her prairies, give me her valleys, give me her mountains, and her little old soda fountains. Give me the land where everything's okay. Give me my pet country, give me the USA.
Give me the USA, hey, give me the USA.
Give me the land of chili burgers juicy.
Give me the land of frozen orange juice. Give me the land where people all up Lucy. Give me the land where time and life love loose. Give me my clam bake, give me my fish ball, give me my chowder,
And my little old room called powder.
Give me the land where everything's okay.
give me acidity, give me the USA.
We'll take the USA.
Give me the land where rooms
Are overheated. Give me the land where influenza grows.
Give me the land where men are not conceited.
Give me the land of lovely Billy Rose. Give me Chicago. Give me El Paso. Give me Savannah. And some little old marijuana. Give me the land where everything's okay. Give me delinquency.